Hello everyone, my name is Hannah and I'm here with Clementine.
Hello.
And I've got some very special guests here. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
G'day, I'm Nick from Social Ventures Australia.
Good day, I'm Anna from Flintersview Primary School in Port Augusta.
And I'm Adam and I'm principal at Stirling North Primary School up near Port Augusta.
Awesome, okay, do you want to answer this question?
Sure. So, tell us more about SVA and what it is.
Sure, so Social Ventures Australia do heaps of really cool stuff with people all over Australia, helping them out in a range of different situations. And Hannah and myself are here today to work with Prospect North around some projects that they're hoping to do over the next year. So helping them think about what those are and how we might find out if they're doing well in that.
So why does PNPS connect to the SVA?
How does Prospect North connect? Well, they connect through the connection. So that was an excellent choice of word there. Hey,
Nice
sound effect. So the connection is a group of schools from all across New South Wales, South Australia and Victoria. And we get the principals together, like these two wonderful principals we've got here today, and they try to solve problems and come up with new ways of doing things and think about cool ideas. And Prospect North has been playing with us and doing these cool things for about the last 3 years or so now. Yeah.
What stands out about our school to you?
From my perspective, just walking around, what I can really see is a lot of creativity and lots of collaboration amongst students, and it's really nice to see that students and adults are working together, learning together too. So that's what really connected with me.
Yeah, I thought that the ability for students to plan what's going on, and even the fact that you guys have got the power to do this, I can guarantee you that there's lots of other schools across the state and even the country that would not be able to have the opportunity of what you're doing. So yeah, very lucky, fantastic school.
So we heard that the SVA is helping our school with an online STEM professional project. So tell us about that.
Yes, that's true. So I understand that you guys have been doing something called Kids Teach STEM for the last few years, which sounds really cool. And as I understand it, Graham from here thought that it was such a great idea, the work that you were doing and the sort of way that you were interviewing people in the local community. He went and talked about it to a whole bunch of principals from other schools across, again, different states of Australia. And they said, yeah, we want to do that too. We want our kids to interview STEM experts in their local area. So they're going to go out and find out about what microbiologists and zoologists and other kind of ologists do, and then get that all on video, and then they'll be able to share those videos with the kids from all the different schools. So a really cool project, and Graham from your school is leading the charge, which we're really thankful for.
That's great.
So, what inspired you guys to be principals of a school?
Well, I've been working for about 30 years, very long time, but I just wanted to make a difference. I'd been working in a variety of different schools, and particularly in Port Augusta, and I'd been working with lots of Aboriginal students and who are mainly English as second language students. And I just wanted to work. I was really empowered by their culture, and I just want to really work with them to make a difference.
I didn't really want to be a principal, but I became one. And there's two reasons. My first one is I love to have the ability to change a lot of things that happen in a whole school. So have a look at Mrs. Clark and what she's done across your school and all these cool things that you guys get to do at Prospect North. Well, that's the sort of stuff that I like to do at Stirling North Primary School. That's the first reason. The second reason is I love being a boss. So I love to tell other people or help other people to be fantastic as well. So that's probably my two main reasons.
Oh, yeah.
Are you a boss like a boss?
I am a boss like a boss. Yes,
Excellent.
that's exactly right. Yep.
Yes,
Like a boss.
So, Nick, I've heard that you are associate Associate Director, Bright Spots School Connection. Tell us about that.
Yes, you heard correctly. Yes, so I am the Associate Director of the Bright Spots Schools Connection team, and that's part of Social Ventures Australia. So the idea with the Bright Spots is we love to work with schools in areas where, they might have some challenges in those areas. They might not be the super rich schools in the areas, but they're doing really interesting things like the cool stuff that you guys are doing here with student agency and the opportunity to have your voice heard. And so then we love to try to share those cool ideas with other schools so that they can pick them up and so that kids can have a really good opportunity and a good education no matter where they live in Australia. So that's why.
That is pretty cool. So please tell us about your qualifications in micro business operations.
Okay, specific question. Well, a couple of years ago, I got the boot from my old job and I thought, I don't really feel like going for a new full-time job, so I'm going to start a business. So I thought I should probably get a qualification. So I got myself a Cert 3 in micro business operations and started a business, and that was cool because then I could do a bit of consulting and I could drop my 4-year-old to kinder every day and just play, which was super fun. So that was partly why I did that qualification.
And
but
you
I
got
did
to be a
actually
boss.
learn, and I got to be a boss. I got to be a boss of myself.
That's right. Yeah.
Meetings were really streamlined. It was just with myself, so that was cool. So yeah, that was good.
Adam, what other job would you have been happy to take?
Oh, great question. Apart from a cricketer for Australia, which I possibly didn't have the skills for, possibly, yeah.
Nice sound effect.
I'd like to. Do you know? I just love being a teacher. I started out being a PE teacher, so I love being involved in sports, and I think that something to do with sports. Maybe if it's physiotherapy or coaching, I'd love to be a professional coach. Those sorts of things, helping others to be better, something along those lines. So really good question, but something to do with sports. But I love being a principal. It's got to be the best job.
That's
So I heard that you've been working in the UK as well.
You heard correctly again. You have excellent sources, you guys. Yes, I worked in England for 8 years. I taught for a bit, taught primary school for a bit, taught secondary school for a bit, and worked with kids in foster schools for a bit, and did stacks of travelling. Travelled to like 40 countries with my wife, who's a teacher as well. So every school holidays we'd be like, where are we going? Let's just go to the Greek islands, and we'd do that. It's really fun.
So, Anna, is there another job that you would have taken instead of being a principal, or is being a principal really your passion?
I've always really wanted to work with children, so that has been my passion. And I guess it's because I came from an Italian background and had lots and lots of, I suppose, younger cousins and things like that. But I always used to worry about children who didn't have homes or were being adopted out, and one of the things that I always wanted to do was run my own home, particularly for those children who were missing out. And I guess that's why I love working in the schools that I'm actually currently working in, because I feel that's a way of giving back to the community and giving back to the children. So when you ask me, I was probably a little bit like Adam. I didn't want to be a principal. I got encouraged to be one. What I do know that I love is working with people and working with children.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
So have any of you guys worked in any other countries other than the UK, obviously? But have you two worked in any other countries?
Unfortunately, I haven't worked in any country, but I have visited plenty.
I went to school in Germany just for a term, so that was pretty cool. Oh, yeah, just under a term, so that was pretty cool when I was in year 10. And through Social Ventures Australia, I got to visit some other schools in the UK a couple of years ago, which was really cool. So I got to see some schools in Doncaster and London. So not officially paid in another country. No, I haven't had that, but I've been to visit through schooling. Yeah.
So So you're obviously here to visit our school. Do you think that there's anything that we could improve on?
Oh, that's a really hard question because for me, I've actually learnt lots from your school that I think I'm going to actually take back to my staff. So that's probably a question I haven't really thought about at the moment.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm gonna send 1 or 2 people back here just from my school. So you guys don't know that, but I'm sure you'll accept the invitation of having a few of my staff come and look at what's going on here, especially check out this cool podcast opportunity, but also just to see what you guys are doing in classes. So at this stage, we've only been here for a short period of time, but yeah, it's pretty cool. You're very lucky.
We honoured, thank you. So, Nick, are you passionate about your job?
Absolutely. Yep. Couldn't love doing this work anymore, to be honest. I think it sounds like what's really common around the table is that everyone's passionate about working with young people and making sure that they get a good go. And I think that, the idea that every kid deserves a really good quality education and equal opportunity is something that through the work I'm doing now, I really get the opportunity to do. And I've got a question for you. What's the best thing about doing podcasts?
Podcasts can be really cool and fun because not only do you get to learn more about the person that you're talking to or the people, but you get to have the experience, the opportunity to be in here and potentially learn skills that could get you a career in the future. And you get to just be in the same room as someone who has some really interesting occupations and background. So
all right, I've got another question then for you. Who, apart from us, is the best person you've interviewed?
We've interviewed a Professor Heppel. He worked with what makes classrooms better for learning. So things like how hot it is in the room, the lighting, because it needed to be so you learn better when it's bright, and he was basically just explaining how we could make our classrooms better for our learning.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
Okay, so we're going to wrap it up now. Thank you for all of you for coming. We enjoyed it very much so. And we hope to see you again, or any of your visitors. Thank you.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for your time. It was an incredible experience.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.